welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making New York cheesecake in my Instapot. I got so excited when my friend Janet told me that she made a cheesecake in her Instapot, and I said, I gotta go get one, I gotta make that. So here I am today making it for you. And first of all, it's got a graham cracker crust, and we start with one package of graham cracker crust. Now I've done this before to test it out, and it comes to about a cup and a quarter of graham crackers. And what I like to do to crush them is to put them in a bag and crush them with a rolling pin. So let me just do that. And I've got a couple different kinds of rolling pins here today. I've got a collection of rolling pins, a few different ones, but I've got my marble rolling pin, which is nice and heavy, which makes it super easy to crush. And I also have a rolling pin from my mother-in-law. So this is her old rolling pin. So I'm going to use a little bit of that. Just going to roll these. Let me see, I need a little bit bigger cutting board. All right. So I'll just take a couple minutes to roll this out, make sure it's all finely ground. It's really looking good. Oh, in the meantime, what I can do is melt the butter. So we need 4 tablespoons of butter, and in a cube we've got 8 tablespoons. So I'm going to just cut that in half and put it in my microwave to melt. Maybe 30 seconds? Let's see how that looks. And I'll just continue on here. Looks good. You could also do this in a food processor if you have one. Just grind it up. All right, let's check on that. All right, it's almost melted there. Just another second and we'll be good. So then, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm using iodized sea salt. And I'm just gonna put this in here. That wasn't good. All right, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. My graham crackers. And then 4 tablespoons butter. And then 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. 2 teaspoons, okay. And just kind of make it full and put it in there. Okay, so now let's just stir that around. it's good to have me butter. But the butter just incorporates into the graham crackers, and it's just a moist crumb. And then we're going to be putting it in our pan. Now, I've got a special pan that I'm using today. It's a cheesecake pan, and that's got a removable bottom, so it makes it easy for the cheesecake to come out. So what I do with this is I cover it with parchment. Cover that plate with the parchment. I haven't really figured out which side it's supposed to be at. Maybe this side. Okay, and then that fits right in the pan, just like that. And then we're gonna butter the sides of the pan. So let me do that. Just use a napkin or a piece of wax paper. And so I'm just, let me just do this. Just putting it on the sides of the pan so it'll help release the cheesecake. Kind of light, let me put a little bit more butter. You don't want it too heavy because it could show on the sides of the pan. Okay, now put this back in there. All right, now we've got our graham cracker crust. We're gonna put it on here. And we're gonna press it down with something flat on the bottom with straight edges. So I'll just use this. And I'm gonna press it down. You can see I'm gonna make a nice graham cracker crust here. Press it down firmly. It'll go up on the sides a little bit. That's gonna make the cheesecake look really good. It looks a little coarse. I probably should have done a little bit more mashing of the graham crackers. So you can see the graham cracker crust now. All right, so now we can start on the filling. The filling is 16 ounces of cream cheese. I've got Philadelphia cream cheese, sugar, 2/3 of a cup of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons cornstarch. I'm gonna sift that because I've seen when I've done it before it was a little bit lumpy, so I'm gonna sift that a little bit. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm gonna use my KitchenAid for this. So, and the other thing you wanna do with the Philadelphia cream cheese is to go ahead and put it out on the counter for a little while to let it warm up. So it's gonna be easier to mix. And that's gonna go straight into your mixer. Or you could do it, hand mix it if you wanted to. Okay. 2/3 a cup sugar is next. Oh, there we go. There. Perfect. Okay. 2/3 of a cup. I've got my measuring cups. 1/3 and 1/3 is 2/3. About the lid off, put it in there, and then we're going to start mixing. Well, maybe what I'll do is, let me add the cornstarch next. My cornstarch, 2 tablespoons. Doesn't fit. And then I just take my knife, the back of the knife, and scrape that. You make sure you can see me. And then I'm going to put it in here. And make sure there's no lumps. And just let it kind of sift through that mesh. You're probably alright if you don't sift it, but I just noticed that it was a little bit lumpy. Tiny, tiny lumps that I didn't really like. And then 1 more tablespoon. Again. Perfect. Okay. There we go. See these little lumps right here? They don't end up dissolving that well. Okay, now a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon. Let me try it over here. That looks pretty good. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Let's see, vanilla. Now, be sure you use pure vanilla extract. This is a really nice cheesecake. You want to use quality ingredients. So skip the imitation one. And then 2 teaspoons. Okay, so there you go. Okay, now we'll start mixing. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sour cream. And mix it some more. And then we're going to be adding 2 eggs. Looking good. Now I'm going to just crack these eggs separately in case there was anything wrong with the egg. So we'll put that in. And then 1 more. Looks good. We're almost done with the filling. down the sides with your bowl scraper. Make sure it's all incorporated in. Want to kind of show you what it's looking like. I'm going to scrape down both sides again. Should be good. All right, so that's it. That was simple. I'm just going to put it into my pan now. That I've prepared here. Try to get every drop just to make your cheesecake a little bit bigger. And there we go. So now we're gonna just jiggle this so it's completely flat. And it looks like the cheesecake, the graham cracker crumbs came up pretty high. So it's gonna have graham cracker crumbs all the way up to the top, which I guess every time it's a little bit different. I would suggest maybe using a little bit less graham cracker crumbs. So, whoops. Well, we'll have to find another spatula. Hold on. There we go. Here's one that's good. Okay. All right, just a little bit more. There we go. All right. So I don't know if you could see that, but it's very high on the sides, and then I've got my filling. So now let's get out the Instapot. Got it right here. Let me get rid of my mixer here. Okay, my Instapot. Now, hopefully you're familiar with how this works, because it does have a pan to put the water in. The first time I worked with my Instapot, I did not put the water in the right spot, and it was a disaster. So be sure to put your water, your 1 cup of water, in the Instapot pot. It's just rough. It's just gonna be, you know, cooking around the cheesecake. You don't have to worry too much about it. Then we're gonna put the rack, which you're gonna lift your cheesecake up and down with. I'm gonna put it right there and put it right into the pot. And then you're gonna set your pot to, let's plug it in. Let's see. And this is the front, so it's like this. All right, we're gonna set it to pressure cook. And we're gonna go with a couple more minutes. I'm gonna go with 32 minutes. This is a 7-inch pot, and sometimes you could use a 6-inch pot. But with a 7-inch pot, I feel like we just need to cook it a little bit longer. So I'm gonna put it on 32 minutes, and then it should make sure this is on the ceiling, and then there you go. We'll come back and see what it looks like after it's done. All right, so we spent the last 32 minutes cleaning up the kitchen a little bit, and we're almost there. 2 more minutes. So I forgot to tell you that after the 32 minutes go by, we're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes on what is that called? Slow release, that's what it is. Okay, and I am right now gonna make a little topping for it, and it's gonna be a 1/2 cup sour cream. Let me get my measuring cup. And 2 tablespoons sugar. So I'm using a 1/4 cup, so I'm just gonna double it. So this will be like a little topping on top of the cream cheese filling. Okay, so that's about a 1/2 cup. To be 2 tablespoons. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I'm just gonna beat this. This should be okay. So it just beeped, and now I believe it's going to start counting up. I needed to do to keep warm. Tricky. Okay, there. I think that should be good. All right, so just beat this up a little bit. And that's going to be my topping to put on the cheesecake as soon as it gets out. And then it's nice and warm and it'll spread evenly. And then we're going to pop it in the refrigerator. Now, if you can keep it in the refrigerator at least 4 hours or overnight, it's really going to firm up and develop some good flavor. But I can understand if you didn't do it 24 hours in advance, then you have to eat it tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and do it quickly and not wait the 24 hours, just so you can see what it's going to look like. So let's see how far we are here, and then we're going to open this up. There we go. Okay. Oh, I can see already. I forgot to do one thing. So what I like to do is cover the cheesecake with foil. That way there's no extra water that gets on the top of the cheesecake. But I didn't do that, so it actually doesn't look quite cooked enough. So I think I'm gonna have to do it a couple more minutes. It's a little bit too jiggly for me. And so let me do that again. Hold on 1 second. A little bit of extra moisture on the top that I'm not liking. Okay, let me just cook it a couple more minutes. Okay, so we're back now, and we've cooked it for a few more minutes, and then we did a slow release for 10 minutes. Now I'm going to hit the vent button, and steam comes out. Be careful of that. And we're going to open it up, and hopefully it's going to be in better shape. Now what I did do is I covered the cheesecake with aluminum foil. That way the water that's steaming around it is not going to be inside the cheesecake. And that was a mistake earlier. So should be able to open it now. There we go. Okay. See how much water? Now we've got these little hot pads. Get my cheesecake out and see how it has all this water on top of it. And that's going to be in your cheesecake unless you have a cover. So let me just dry that off. And then we'll take a look at the cheesecake. It's very hot. Okay, that looks better. It looks like it's all done, and there's a little moisture on top because, but you can just dampen, just touch that. Okay. Now we're going to put that sour cream filling or sour cream topping on top of it. I'm just going to let it come right on the top of that. It's going to melt right on top of it because it's hot. And we're going to smooth it out. Now if you had an offset spatula, this would be a perfect time to get it out. I'm not sure I can find mine right now. Let me check. Oh, here it is. So there you go. Offset spatula will smooth it around very nicely. So we're going to just smooth it. Okay. Now we just put that in, whoops, we put that in the refrigerator for your 4 hours or preferably 24 hours, and then we'll be removing it from the pan. So see you back. Okay, our cheesecake's been in the refrigerator now for 4 hours. So let me get that out. And I touched it, and it's definitely cold, so it's been cold enough, long enough. Oh, and you'll see that it's actually separated a little bit from the pan, so that's good. There's a little bit of moisture on it. Let me get a napkin. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I've found a couple different things in the kitchen that I can put underneath the cheesecake like this, and then when I pull down firmly, the pan is going to drop and you're going to see the cheesecake. So here, you could either use a glass or just something solid, and just do it carefully. So here it goes. Oh yes, it's going to go. All right, so there we are. We've got the cheesecake, and got pretty good. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I've got this big, kind of like this, I'm not sure what you call it, but I can use this to get it off of the base and then put it onto my cake stand. Let me see if I can do it. Slide it under there. There. These are really handy for tarts and such. perfect. I'm gonna wiggle it off. All right, there's my New York cheesecake. Came out nice. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully you can watch again.